Hi everybody, it's Carol. Welcome back to my channel. And what I'm going to do today is I'm going to make some paper. And I've seen this done before and I just started playing with it, and this has been out for quite a while. Now I brought along some of the art paper, and you can use any kind of paper. You can use copy paper, cardstock, but I choose to use this because this is the watercolor paper. I just like this paper. It's thicker, and this is what I'm going to use today. So I'm going to start with putting some glue on here, and this is watered down glue. And you can use anything. You can use Mod Podge. You can use this, the PVC glue. And I am going to start with, first we're going to put down the glue, and I have some tea leaves that I'll show you in a minute, and that's what you're going to use to put, or what I'm going to use to put on this paper. And you can use herbs, you can use dried flowers, and I've seen other crafters using thread, little pieces of thread. They save, like from projects, they save their little threads and they use it for this purpose, or one of their crafting purposes. And this is so quick and easy. So what I'm going to do is I have tea leaves here in a baggie, and I have dill, and I have parsley flakes. So you can see this paper is already curling up. So I'm just going to take a little bit of the tea leaves and just kind of sprinkle it on the paper. Now I don't want to make it too thick, because when it's time to decorate, it'll be a little clumpy in areas. So I'm just going to put a little bit of tea on there, and we'll get some dill. So if you like the smell of some of these herbs and you sprinkle it on here, like the dill here right now is very fragrant, and I love dill. And I'll sprinkle a few little parsley flakes on here. I don't want to make it too lumpy, because I do have to cover it with this here. This is the inside of a napkin, and usually napkins have two layers. Well, you have the napkin, then you have two layers of this paper, and they recommend to use the middle layer, because it still will have color or a little bit of design on it from the napkin itself. Now you can see that there's like little red lines in here. So I'm going to cover this. I'm not going to put too much on the inside. I mean, I'm not going to cover the paper too much with a lot of herbs or tea or what have you. I'm going to make a couple of them, and the other one I'll do a little bit more to it. So this is still wet from the glue from before, so I'm just going to press the inside of the napkin on there, and that's going to hold everything onto the card. And then we're going to re-glue it. And I made one earlier, and I started in the middle, and I'm just going to bring the napkin, I'm just going to glue the napkin down, and like the one that I made before this, to make sure I could do it, or that it would. I wasn't sure if the napkin is going to rip, and then I'd be playing with it. Sometimes I like to try something before I turn on the camera, and that seemed to work for me. And I don't mind if the napkin is lumpy. I don't want to have too big of a lump, but if it gets a little wrinkly, I don't mind that because it's going to give the paper a little personality. This is such a nice, relaxing project. So underneath this, I have some paper that I used washi tape, and I have it taped down onto my mat here so that the paper doesn't move when I'm doing this. So of course this gluey brush is going over onto the paper that I have underneath. So I'm just gonna, when I put this off to the side, I'm just gonna put the whole thing down so I don't have to try and get this paper off the paper that I'm crafting on. If that makes any sense. You know, one time we went away on vacation, and I believe we were in Disneyland, and they had paper, like little paper pads that we bought, and it was made with, this sounds horrible, but I'm sure everybody has seen it. It was made with elephant poo, and it was just, we got it just because of what it was made from. And you know, I mean, it wasn't like anything bad, but the paper was so nice. It reminds me of this cardstock that I'm using right now. The watercolor paper, that's what it reminds me of. And it was really nice to use for journaling. Okay, so this I'm going to dry off. I'm going to let dry. I think I'm done. I have to think about this for a second. Yeah, I think I'm done. I glued this onto there. And I think what I want to do with my next one, so I'm going to put this off to the side, and this is going to take quite a while to dry. So let me put this off to the side. And I have, this is my Sears book paper. So I just want to, I have this glued together, but I just want to use washi tape to make sure that the paper is glued onto my mat. I just don't want it to move. Okay. So here's my next sheet, and what I want to do with this, I want to bring color into it. So I'm thinking what I want to do is just put some of this distress ink, just a little bit on here, just to give it, just to bring some color, you know. And you could probably even use a stencil. All these different things are coming in my mind right now. All these little visions of just trying something different. I'm just going to bring some color into here. Maybe another time I'll use it with a stencil. And then I thought I would bring in some of my distressed crayons. So I don't know, I probably should, I have this little brush here that has water in it, so I think I want to make sure that this is getting wet. Okay, yes, this is getting wet. And I think what I'll do is just put in a little yellow, and then I'm going to smush it. My luck is better when I use my finger to smush this down. now I'm just playing here. This is the first time I'm trying this here. You know, and I don't know what this is going to look like. This could turn out really horrible, but we'll just give it a try and see what it does. Oh, this is really bold. Let's see if I can. Just smush this around a little bit. Okay, I'm not sure if I'm liking this or not, so and then after I do the ink, then I have to, this is the, ugh, I don't know about this. Then I have to put the herbs on here, my tea and okay, let's see, I don't know. Oh, this can just turn out horrible. I don't know. Maybe once I get going, it'll... Maybe if I try a little yellow inside there. Oh, this yellow is kind of glittery. You know, it may look horrible now when I'm doing all this, but maybe when it's decorated, it won't look too bad. We'll just have to see. Oh boy. Okay, well, you never know if you don't try, right? You don't know what it's going to look like. Let's see what else I have here. Maybe if I have different colors. These are the only four colors I have. This was gifted to me, and I used it a few times in different crafts. Oh boy, it looks like a tornado almost. I just don't know what color. Let's see. Let me wet the paper and try a little bit of this yellow. And you know, when I'm all done with this, it may look fantastic. So we'll just have to see. Put a little more water on here. This is really sparkly. I think the yellow has sparkles in it. You know, I think maybe when this is all dry, bringing in some different color. Oh boy. Okay, I don't know what this is gonna look like when I put everything together. So let's just hope for the best. I'm gonna leave these on covers. They're not gonna dry out. They're pretty sturdy that way. I just want to get rid of these rough edges and have them blend a little bit better. Okay, so I'm going to glue this, and then we'll get the, I have my glue in an empty water bottle. I usually put them on in paper cups or something, but we ran out of paper cups, so the next best thing is an empty water bottle. You know, I think once I get everything on here and then it dries and then the decorating begins, I think it'll be fine. It looks kind of strange right now, but we'll see. Okay, let's get some tea. We'll sprinkle some tea leaves on here. Okay, and let's do some parsley. I'm not going to put a lot of parsley on because it's kind of chunky. See, the leaves are bigger and I don't want to take the time to squish them. This is dill. Ooh, it smells good. Dill smells good. Okay. So I do have little pieces of roses that I have here. And where are my little scissors? Okay, I want to chop these. I'm just going to cut little pieces off and just have them drop off on here. I wonder if I just kind of break it up. I don't know if this is going to be too lumpy. You know what they look like? They look like pencil shavings, don't they? Oh boy. Okay. So there's some roses on here. Okay, so I'm going to put the paper on. I want to make sure that this goes over the whole thing. Okay, everything's covered, so let's get this tacked down. Well, you know, the colors they don't look bad at all. I think it's really important to make sure that the napkin gets completely covered. Otherwise, you know, I guess you can, well, you could probably, you know, it'll make a hole in here. And if there's any loose pieces because of the different, you know, herbs on here. And now that I put those little pieces of rose petal on there, you know, you'll have a little hole, it'll break open, and it could be messy. I don't know. Maybe not because of the glue that's going on here. I like the color. I like the color underneath there, and it doesn't look like what it looked like, you know, kind of messy under here. Okay, that's looking good. I'm really liking this. Okay, let me put the glue down. Now I'm going to let these two sheets have to dry. I'm going to get this off my mat. And I'm going to put this off to the side. And I'm going to bring out one that I already did. Now this one, I did this yesterday. And as you can see, I put a lot of tea and herbs on here. Probably a little too much because it's kind of clumpy around here. But this was the first time I did it. And I used, most of this is tea, and I used the strings from the tea bag. I have these little strings, and you can use them. You can use that and thread and everything else. So I am going to try and decorate a couple of these and see how it goes. So this is 11 by 9, 11 and a half by 9. Oh, this is 12 by 9. So I can cut this down in half. So I'll start with 6. I probably should do it backwards. I don't know if... Wait a minute. No, that's not 6. This is 9. So this is going to be cut down to 4 and a half. Okay. So it'll be 4 and a half. Let me... Oh boy. Okay, there we go. 4 and a half. Now this is 12. So how should I do this? Should I do... If I do 4, it'll be almost like a square. So maybe I'll do... Let me see what 3 and a half looks like. So these are probably going to be different sizes. Whoops. Okay, I think 3 and a half is going to be a good size. And then I'll have a little left over for a tag. I think it's easier cutting this backwards. And this will make a nice little tag. Okay, so you're going off. I'm going to cover my crayons here. Because I won't be using them anymore at the moment. Okay. So So let's see what we have here. I'll probably at least decorate a couple on camera here. So let's see. I do have my little pieces here. I could bring in some of my Edwardian ladies. Oh, they fit perfect on here. Well, this one does. Oh, that looks pretty. Okay, let's see what we have. I do have some of these little frames with flowers. Now, if this is going to be a tag, I'm going to try to do that freehand. Yeah, that wasn't bad at all. And I will ink. Ink her, and maybe we'll bring in some music paper. And maybe I'll get a different color. I'm not sure that I like that color. And these are kind of long, so I think I need, I mean, they're not that long, so I think I need a shorter lady. Okay, I'm not finding the one that I like here. Okay. Maybe I'll just stay with this orange lady. Okay. I may have to cut her down, which is okay. I mean, I don't mind doing that. Oh, that looks nice. Let's see if I can find a different color window. I love these flowers. Love, love, love those flowers. Okay, let's see if I can find a nice label to put on here. I think I'm going to use these two labels. I think that looks nice. Okay, I'm going to put her down. Oh, my cap is kind of stuck in there. I haven't used this in a couple days. Okay, so I'm going to put this down here. Oops, you know what? It's not sticking. It's not sticking on the glue. The glue, that's the napkin with the glue. So I'm going to have to use, hopefully this here will stick. Let me clean this glue top off. This probably should hold it. Okay, looks like this is the glue of the day. I think I want to put some sari silk on the bottom. Let's see what I have here. Okay, I have my sari silk hanging here. Just trying to get these little pieces off. See now these little pieces of string? I don't know if you can see that, but you can save these and put them on the pages. Like when you're putting your tea on it, these can go also, these can go on there. Okay, I'm going to put this down on here. Okay, see how I learned that the glue wasn't holding very good on this project for the decorating. I'm trying to gather make my own little ruffle here with just the glue on here. Usually on different projects it slides across, but I think because of the texture that it's on here, it's not doing that. But I am liking this. Oh, come on. Oh, this glue is very slow today. So I guess I'm going to put this down on the bottom. Okay, now, do I have a butterfly? I have my little book here with my different pieces of ephemera, and I see a butterfly that I'm liking. Oh gosh, yes, this butterfly is pretty. Oh, I forgot my flowers on the bottom. Okay. I like this. I like that one. And let's see, let's do another Let's do another one. Let's do this one. I like the way that looks. So I'm gonna just move that off to the side. And we'll ink this one. So yeah, I was surprised to see that the art glitter glue doesn't stick to this. I was really surprised. Okay, let's see if I could put a frame. I'd love to put these frames down and then put a lady inside the frame. Let's see how this one goes. Now, where are the ladies? Here they are. I could put she's very colorful. Maybe that's the wrong frame. No, I like the black and white one. Now I may have to cut the bottom of her off. I'm going to cut this little decoration off there. Have to shorten her. She's too tall. Too tall. Okay, let me get some things out here. I do want to try that Sari silk on here again. Here's a nice pink piece. Maybe I'll try to put this on first and just gather it up. Hopefully it'll work. I'll try it. See, because it's so lumpy bumpy. This was the first card that I made, and I was heavy-handed with the tea and the herbs. Okay, this one is sliding a little bit better. I love that look. No sewing needed. That looks so pretty. So I'll put that down, put the lady here, and here's a nice label. Put that there, put her there, put the label here, and a smallish flower. I love putting flowers on the skirts. Oh my gosh, doesn't that look pretty? Yeah, so I'm really liking decorating these little papers. And I'm curious to see how the different colored ones are going to turn out. You know, to see whether, to see if I'm, oh my gosh, I got the dropsies. It's more than dropsies, it's dropping it and then throwing it. Okay. I also want to start crafting again with using my black lace because I have so much black lace, and you know, I was organizing. You know, it's funny because some days I can spend all day, just not all day, but good part of the day just organizing everything, and like all my different papers and crafting tools and stuff. And then I use it a couple times and they get all discombobulated again. You know, just putting all the different laces together, the different colors, the sari silk, the papers, the ribbons, you know. And I have so much black ribbons and stuff, and I want to start using those. So maybe I'll make like a black and white journal or something like that. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. I am loving it. I'm loving these here. I could put something. I could put pearl on here. Or I could put, I have my bling. I could put the yellow. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put, but where would I put it? Here or here? I'm just going to put that on the top because there's a lot on the bottom. And this one here, I'm just going to put right there. And I'm going to stay with these colors here. Oh wait, I said I was going to put this on the top, right? Yes, right there on the top. Three is a good number. Somebody told me when you're putting something down, do an odd number. Don't do a, they said an odd number is better for your focal point. I don't know how true that is, but that's what I was told. So you either put 3 or 5. I do it according to the size of what I'm putting down. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not even in frame here. I'm sitting too far back on my chair here. Oh my gosh, look how pretty these look. I am loving these, but they took so long. Well, you know, it was the crafting before that, making the papers. These turned out so pretty. So anyway, yeah, I'm really happy with these. So this is all I'm going to do right now. I may finish the others in a little bit, you know, off camera. And I'll be back, you know, in, I don't know when, but to see how the other papers, especially this one here with the different colors, to see how that one turns out. So thank you so much for coming along, and you have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye.